Hey guys, so welcome back to me and my dad.
Yeah, guys, welcome
So,
back.
guys, legit podcasters na tayo.
We have the full setup now.
Yeah. So, we are in our second episode, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and before that, we would like to thank everyone for tuning in with us. Thank you for just showing your love. Okay, so once again, we're back for another podcast, and yeah, so this is
Me
me and
and my
my
dad.
dad. So, Ken, what's your takeaway from the last, like the introduction?
Well, my takeaway. I mean, we just introduced ourselves,
No, I mean, okay, let me rephrase. I think it's more of how did you find it? Like how's the first podcast?
Well, from my lens, I really enjoyed it
Yeah.
because, first of all, we get to communicate more
Mm-hmm.
and to spend quality time together. And the second is that I actually really love talking about different types of topics, and especially if it's about, our faith.
That's right. I think why it's all about like maybe they will find it more of how strong our faith is, and it would be nice to share, like
Yeah.
sometimes when you're overwhelmed with, don't get us wrong, it's subjective. If they feel
Yeah.
like you feel so blessed today or you feel so blessed every day, but that's really the attitude. That's how it really goes. Like you really have to feel blessed so that when you're positive in the things that you do and that everything's working well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even by just the mere fact of like believing that you can do well, it will subconsciously happen.
Right, right, right. So for today's episode, what we're gonna talk about is more of life is not perfect.
Yeah.
Life is not all about, honeys
Sunshines and rainbows.
exactly. But life is also challenging.
Yeah, of course.
Uh, and what's good about it is that your faith will be stirred up,
Yeah.
and the relationship you have with God will be defined, right? So I guess we'll start off with sharing to them how our
Abroad.
life started as a family here in the UAE.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here in the UAE, we came just to give you a short backstory. So about that, like 2013 August, my sister, shout out to my sister Cecil, and thank you very much for the
Yes. Hi,
pasalubongs and
Ninang.
stuff
Thank
from the
you.
US. Yeah, the sought after, what's that bag? The Trader Joe's.
Yup. And Tiffy and my Nido.
Yeah, in the Nido, of course.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so back in 2013 August, I still remember that time because when I stepped into Abu Dhabi, oh, the weather is really like way, way different from the Philippines where I grew up. 2013, as I've mentioned, when I came here, I told my sister, I said, I'm decided already to come here in Abu Dhabi in particular because she was living here in Abu Dhabi. She used to work in duty free in Abu Dhabi airport. And I said, okay, let's do this. So she arranged for everything and stuff. But I remember telling your mom, so I'm gonna go there. We had you already. You were 3 years
Uh-huh.
old then. From that time, I knew that you will be with me and your mom will be, the entire family will be living here.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think that's one good thing. That one good thing was I had a mindset of really like, I'm gonna work, but I will be working and going back home with my family. I think that was the
Yeah.
mindset. So anyhow, so when I came here, again, I was just I didn't tell your mom like to hatid ako sa airport with you and mom. You guys didn't bring me to the airport. I just remembered that day came. Um, I called my boss that time. Shout out to, ang dami kong shout out today, right? To Marie Balais, your ninang. And I said, okay, I'm returning the car. So for the last time, let's see each other. So we met up there. I returned the car and then sabi niya sa akin, okay, I'll bring you to the airport. And she was like, no, don't go. She was
Yeah.
some emotional things, but I said, no, it's final, it's here. Yeah, but of course, yeah. So as I mentioned, when I don't know, my personality is if I'm decided, I really have to give it a
You're
go.
committed.
I'm committed. It's all the way 100%.
Yeah.
I'll go. Yeah. So fast track. It's been 13 years, and we're here. But as we have mentioned, I personally, I face a lot of challenges,
Mm-hmm.
and then even bringing you guys here, there were
Yeah.
challenges as well. And sometimes, in social media, when you, like myself, I normally share positive things. What do you think? Do you feel like sharing negative things, like you're crying when you're
No.
homesick? I don't feel like this is the things that you have to share to the social media in my own
No,
point
of
of
course
view.
not.
Yeah. But nowadays it's rampant. Like you
Yeah,
will
of
see
course.
like people like but
They're mostly negative. You
yeah.
know, what I've noticed about social media is that
Sorry.
from like the beginning of social media,
Mm-hmm.
and if you compare it to now, back then social media was so positive.
The social media that time was like used for all the good things. We're about to just to say to share to them the challenges that
I
it. But yeah,
know.
yeah, I get
Yeah.
kin like it's really there like
I
for
mean, we can't ignore it, so.
it's like lahat na lang pwede mong i-share. Parang gano'n.
Mm.
Na para bang... But seriously though, like, let's just be responsible when we
Yeah.
share things out there.
Okay.
So the challenges is that, yeah, of course, we know that this is Middle East, part of the
Mm-hmm.
Middle East region. Let's start first with the very minimal effect to us that, all I had to do was to adjust. And
Mm.
of course, you cannot change it because I chose to live here, so the weather will be there. But it's
Yeah.
just that it's a form of a challenge, you know why?
Why?
Because some of the activities that I used to do back in the Philippines, you cannot just easily do it.
Mm.
You will be confined in the four corners of your room sometimes, or just going to the salon or the sala, spending here and just in an air-conditioned room. Just watch a TV, binge watching. So
Mm.
I
Yeah.
don't think there was Netflix that time, but I was just on my mobile or my phone. Like maybe doing a Skype with you guys. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how we do communication that time. I think you would just say, hi, Dad. Hi, Dada.
Yeah.
Like that. But like I don't feel like the attention was there. So
Mm-hmm.
that was the time actually I thought of you. I have to rush in bringing you guys over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's one of the challenges. And I don't know whether, of course, it's relatable because most of the people in the Middle East is facing that kind of challenge. But
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's just very minimal. But most importantly, when you go here, culture is a challenge.
Mm.
We were not raised in, of course, the religion that they have here. Let's
Yeah.
not mention about that. That's one thing. So, like, it was too hard for us to express,
Yeah. We
a
can't
faith.
just like express
Of
anything that we
course. Yeah,
want, of
it's a
course.
challenge, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But, of course, again, we can adjust. Of course, we can have
Mm-hmm.
our private time with the Lord and, just read the scriptures
Yeah.
by ourselves. And that time, it was too hard to find community, like being in the church, because, being new to this country and to the city, you have to navigate first.
Yeah. And you don't know that much people as well.
Yeah.
So,
And that's actually like uh, the time that I felt like I'm alone.
okay.
Even
Yeah.
I
That's.
was with my brothers and my sister. I have my family here, but I was still feeling the emptiness, like I was alone that time.
Yeah, of course, because
Yeah,
you already started your own family.
yeah, and
So,
I,
of course, you really want me and mom at the
mm-hmm,
time to also experience what you're experiencing.
that's correct.
So, I think that's the kind of the emptiness that you were feeling is because we didn't have that much time
Mm-hmm.
together
Yeah,
and that we also didn't get to experience what you were experiencing.
And knowing me, my weekends are always with you guys. So that's how I
Yeah.
spend. Yeah, so that was like when I came here, and my weekend was like, okay, going to the mall, bye, siblings. That's it. So you will. And do you remember I shared with you, like, I got to meet one Arab guy when,
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember that.
So I met one Arab guy, uh, and he asked me, like, is your family here?
Mm-hmm.
Are they living with you? And I said, no, they're in the Philippines. And
Mm.
then he asked me, do you have plans of bringing them here? So I said, of course I have. And then he said, yeah. So he gave me this kind of wisdom during the conversation. Like, he said, your heart and your wife's heart, it has to be together.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I thought of, like, okay, fine. If you will imagine literally, the hearts has to be together. So, of course, during night, sorry, of course, at night, we sleep together. It was a wake up call for me to, like, yeah, so why am I here? That was the question. What's the purpose? Is it like just to provide money to them, send money to them? Or is it about, like, God provided me this family and provided me this opportunity over here? For all the viewers out there, I think they're also experiencing such, being homesick is not a joke.
Yeah, of course.
Being homesick is like, it's psychological, first of all.
Mm.
It's something that sometimes even eating, stress eating, you
Mm.
don't even,
Binging.
yeah, binge watching,
Mm.
scrolling, all of this are effect of being homesick.
Oh yeah, that's
I don't know
one.
if I don't know if you guys can relate to that, or but we are always unconscious. Do you know that?
Yeah.
That like, it's just like 10% is the conscious part of us. So sometimes when we do scrolling, checking
Mm.
the social
Yeah, that's
media,
already
Facebook, every
subconscious because we have our habits,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And whenever we build habits, we tend to, to do it over and over
yeah.
again. And what we know consciously, it surely but slowly becomes subconscious and a part of our daily lives. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how habits are
Mm-hmm.
formed. And that's why when I think about, being homesick and having all of these like side effects, like binge watching, binge eating,
Mm-hmm.
doom scrolling. I've been there.
Yeah,
I'm a teenager after all. I'm still finding out,
yeah.
who I am and my purpose. It's just that this psychological feeling that we have inside of us is also a part of our subconscious
Do
mind.
you know that it's becoming to be your coping mechanism?
Yeah. They're
Because they're
trying
they're
to,
really homesick. They're
yeah.
really lonely. They feel
And
alone.
they're very avoidant with the situations that they are in.
Actually. And they don't want to really discuss about that.
Because I feel that they're too scared of being vulnerable
Mm-hmm.
and sounding weak. But to be honest, all human beings, living human beings, in fact, feel that way, and it's normal.
Mm-hmm.
It's normal to feel that way, but you have to learn how to to regulate yourself.
But you know what's the best answer to that? How you'll be able to understand what you're going through?
Yeah,
It might sound like too religious, but it's prayer.
of course it's prayer.
Prayer is the best answer to that. But most importantly, they have to find a community.
Yes.
Yeah, like they can advise them, like, because most of the time, even myself, I'm guilty. I don't even know sometimes whether this is like the way the prayer goes. Sometimes, you pray, thank you, Lord, you just thank the Lord, but you don't, is that really how you converse with the Lord? Just going back, so whenever you feel sad, whenever you feel that you're homesick, all you have to do is to pray
Mm.
and find someone
or a community.
that you can trust,
Mm-hmm.
because it's too hard if you will just tell it to someone that will just give you the world.
A very important point uh, to
Yeah.
say, because that also goes to show why we actually need
Yeah.
church and what church is for.
Yeah.
Church is our community. As Christians, the church was made
Mhm.
to, to help us grow and become more Christ-like,
Yeah.
to be set apart as well.
So again, like, there's a huge difference between someone who will give you
The
the
world.
word and not the world.
Mm.
And the word is God,
Mm.
you know. But on a practical side of the challenges as well is financial.
Mm. Yes.
The cost of living abroad is very expensive.
Mm.
Here in the UAE, and if they're familiar with Dubai, it's really expensive
Of course.
to live in such cities.
I mean, it's the business capital of this
It
country.
is, yeah. And it's not just you will spend here, but you also have to send money home. So when you're abroad, you just don't spend in that place, but
Mm-hmm.
think about you spend also for two, what do you call this? Two things. Here abroad and back home.
Mm-hmm.
So it's even more, because when you're there, like, if we're in the Philippines, so we'll just spend there in the Philippines,
Mm-hmm.
right? But
Yeah.
here, you get to have the opportunity to earn more than versus the Philippines. But the thing is, you have to get to understand that you have to spend here because housing, the food,
Yeah.
clothing,
Mm.
lifestyle,
Yeah.
everything.
And
Yeah.
just because, like, the economy of a country is good doesn't mean that automatically you'll have more in your bank, if that's how
Yeah.
you say it. You also have to be very wise with how you spend your money.
Mm-hmm.
And also, of course, inflation grows every year. So
That's
that's why you
right.
just have to be wise about it.
Okay, in the current situation that we're facing right now, inflation is
Mm-hmm.
really there. Like,
Yeah, we
yeah,
can't ignore it anymore.
of course. And yeah, so I think if there are people who's watching right now, you consider working abroad, then, like, think about that. You will spend two things when
Mm-hmm.
you're living here, and you have to send back
Yeah,
home.
it's like you're stuck in a rat race.
Yeah, but one more thing, and
Mm.
I see mostly discussions about being breadwinner or the
Mm.
breadwinners. Like, the breadwinners are the ones who's sending money home.
Yeah.
And most of the time, they just send without even thinking of themselves. So I feel
Mm.
for them because, um, like, how they will be able to also take care of themselves.
Mm.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Yes.
That's also one of the challenges. If you're sick here abroad and no one is with you, like one of the members of the family is not living with you, then you just have to face your own battle,
Of course. Yeah.
bringing yourself in the hospital.
Mm.
And that's sad part of being an OFW. It's about, like, the feeling of being alone.
Mm-hmm.
The feeling of, it's like you feel empty from
Yeah.
inside.
Because you don't have anyone to lean to.
Yeah. So, those are the challenges. Plus, I think we get into the point that we get to normalize things like this. Most
Yeah.
specifically the Filipinos,
Yes.
the overseas Filipino workers.
Mm-hmm.
Though they find it like, it's okay. I'll go. I want to help. Of course, it's good to help the family back
Yeah.
home, and come here, look for opportunities, because the opportunities in the Philippines is just not that
Limited.
much, very limited,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. So yeah, but, like, for us, most importantly, the challenges for us was, of course, it's too hard to get a nanny here.
Yeah.
right? It's quite expensive, especially
Mm-hmm.
when you have to pay for the visas, the
Mm-hmm.
documents that you need to provide to them, the
Yeah.
insurance and stuff. So, don't you know that your mom stopped from working because she had to take care of you?
Yeah.
So those are the challenges. So normally, you'll be challenged, yeah, financially.
Mm.
That's one thing because you have to have your spending here, your expenses here, rather. So, and then you also have to send money back home, especially to your
Yes.
family. Yeah, to your family for sure. Who will
Yeah.
be you be sending your money?
Mm-hmm.
It's like normal, you know?
And it's just normalized.
It's normalized, yeah.
It's normalized for OFWs to be really,
Mm-hmm.
selfless.
Yeah.
And when it comes to themselves, they're way too
Mm-hmm.
selfless to the point where they don't take good care of themselves.
And that's one thing that is challenging because most of them really are not honest to their
Mm.
family members
And
back
as we've
home.
said earlier, that, certain people are very, afraid to show their vulnerable side
Mm-hmm.
and also to connect with other people because they don't want to seem,
Yeah.
like they're struggling.
So the more that they get anxious, the more that they get psychologically affected because they're so dishonest.
Mm.
So I really suggest that you we were talking about communication before, right?
Yeah.
So communicate
Yeah.
to the members of your family back home. It's not, like a sin,
Mm.
or you'll not be at fault when you be honest and tell them, hey, this is just how I earned. Of course, I need also to save up for, you know,
For
for,
myself.
and yeah. And I need to enjoy as well here because baka naman you guys are just here and not living. Do you
That's
know?
one thing.
Sabi nga sa Tagalog, walang hindi nadadaan sa maayos na usapan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one. And then, as I mentioned earlier, so when you are here, so yun nga, you feel
Lonely.
lonely, feel sad, and then
Empty.
you become homesick.
Mm.
Um, but for us, like a family, it's really more expensive than
Of course.
you come here alone and just find, because the normal OFW will just find rooms or
Or like, partition.
partition. So that's normal here. So for us, of course, thank God we have a
Yes.
place of our own,
Uh-huh.
and it's a blessing, and we're so happy. So that's why I think, if I'm not, pag nagpo-post ka sa social media, if they see like, oh, they have their own place, yeah, they
Mm.
go to the they go to the malls, and there's for sure they're spending a lot,
Mm.
but they don't know behind,
Yeah, they
like
don't know that
what's
we're
happening.
also struggling with our own things.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, you know what? That's something that I really want to just like kind of point out.
What?
It's my opinion, but I feel like OFWs and Filipinos in general, when they see someone on social media or an OFW who is living in another country,
Mm.
they oftentimes think or they stereotype them with like, oh, they have everything together.
Yeah, because you know what? Just to share with you before, kasi I myself, guilty ako as charged. If I get to know that my classmate, um, that her or his family is living abroad, we call it that before stateside.
Mm.
They get, all of this Toblerones, they get all of
Yeah.
this Atari, yung mga toys.
Mm.
Wala nang Atari ngayon, guys. So, yung mga ganong gadgets, um, I was like, wow, they're rich. But now that I'm experiencing living and working here abroad with my family,
Mm.
no, it's very challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, it's also like a way for us to open the minds of, our kababayans and
Yes.
back home, no, especially that
Mm.
it's not a joke working and living
Yeah.
here. We are also facing
Mm.
challenges. We are also no, it's
Well, we are, all of us are human.
yeah. And no, what I mean is that it's just sometimes, because when you feel like, oh, the place is so fancy. Well, Dubai is fancy. UAE is
Mm.
fancy. All that glitters and
Mm.
shines. So this is UAE. Of course, in the Philippines, not all houses are perfect, and
Mm.
sorry, not everything shines, and it's not that glittery stuff. And
Mm.
here, just the Burj Khalifa itself,
Yeah.
look, it's the tallest building. So of course you will say that, okay, I want to experience as well being there and going
Mm.
there. But guys, when you're here, it's the same. It's the same.
It's not the utopia that you think.
I no, 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 but let's of course, during the first few years, you'll amazed.
Of course.
Sorry, first few years, like,
Like you're excited, to
yeah,
experience.
because of course when you just see it in social media, so you will say, oh, I wish I see that also, because I want to experience as well how, how they see, how does it look like and stuff. But some of the foreigners also, like they're Europeans, wants to see
Mm.
the islands as well. So it's
Yeah.
the same feeling.
Yeah.
That's just the message that I want them to understand.
Yeah.
So whatever there is in their cup, just just be happy. It's just the way how you see things. Is it 100% full? Is it overflowing, or is it half empty? You
Or
know,
what you mean is like if people see it.
just be contented with what you
Yeah.
have. If you're if you're contented, if you're happy with what you have, then all of these challenges are, it just makes sense that life is not full of, as we have mentioned, honeys
Mm.
and all the sweet things
Yeah.
and all
Mm.
these things that glitter and shine.
Mm.
You know, so just, if we just be grateful
Mm.
and appreciate the little things that we have
Yeah.
on the palm of our hands, the things that we can control, I think everything will be okay.
Yeah.
Because what they see, again, just to highlight, in social media, you will feel that why they have everything, and you feel insecure.
Mm.
You feel jealous.
Yeah. It's easy to feel insecure now.
But they don't even know that maybe the ones that they're watching are also,
They're also aspiring to have their life.
and they also have insecurities like them.
Mm.
But
Exactly.
the only difference is that the people they see in social media is working to have a better life.
Mm. That's one thing I would also like to say is that you can be a dreamer, but if you don't do anything
Mm-hmm.
that helps you accomplish your dream, you're
No,
just a dreamer.
it's just a dream.
Anyone can dream. It is free to dream. However, to actually do that, you have to be a doer. You have to put in the hard work, the hard hours. You have to risk stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You also have to, um, what is this?
Just
You have to, be careful with your relationships with other people and all of this stuff.
yeah,
So if you dream, you should also consider on doing it,
yeah.
because you will not just satisfy yourself if you're just,
Mm-hmm.
dreaming and you're not doing anything. You cannot.
Let me pick up on that word satisfy,
Mm.
satisfaction. And not a single thing will satisfy you.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're almost in. ending this podcast
Mm.
and all of those challenges that are inevitable, we don't have a choice. We will definitely experience that,
Yeah.
especially us
Yes.
OFWs.
And God never promised us that we would have a storm-free life, right?
A storm proof, yes. But not,
Storm-proof, but not storm-free.
yes. And we have to brave it,
Yeah.
whether we like it or not. But those storms that we are able to brave are will make us a stronger person.
Yeah.
And our faith will be much bigger than ever.
To
You
be
know,
way
so
stronger.
what we can advise to you guys, unsolicited advice from us, um, is that trust in the Lord with all of your hearts.
Yeah.
What is it?
Proverbs, okay, chapter 3, verses 5 to 6.
Yeah. Um, in any ways, acknowledge, anong
In
verse
all
yan?
your ways, 6. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths.
We were just trying to, again, bridge some gaps in between, whether we are also in the midst of trials. If you are in feeling troubled nowadays, there are lots of uncertainties in your lives, and all of this, bags you or giving you sleepless nights. Know that God is in control
Yes.
when you trust him. Yeah. So I think that would be all.
Yep.
That's how, in a nutshell, those are the things that we experience here, all of the challenges, and we just want you to um we just want you to know that we are also facing challenges here.
Yes.
That anything that you see, especially Dubai, you see Burj Khalifa, you see Burj Al
Buildings,
Arab and stuff,
beaches.
everything.
Yep.
Yeah, no, we are also facing problems and
Yeah.
challenges
And
here.
we're also always striving to improve ourselves to be
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why it's also best to discuss me as a father and my child over here, Kin. Why? Because the children has all the right also to know what you guys are facing. And by the way, as a parent, I would love to give everything to my children.
Yes.
And I personally, I hope that I can give everything to Kin and to my children, because also Tiffy,
Mm-hmm.
uh, she has also some needs. She has needs,
Yeah.
right? But I have to also be very honest to them that I cannot give everything.
Mm.
So yeah, so once again, if we're able to communicate about this and I'm able to tell, let's say, to Kin that, hey, this is only what I and your mom can give.
Mm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so that's it. So guys, thank you so much for being with
Yes. Thank
us.
you for tuning in to
Yes.
another episode.
So yeah, to this episode, and we hope that you guys get some points, and we it's a
We
for
hope that you've learned something from
yeah,
this as well,
yeah.
and you can make use of it.
And if they have some suggestions and recommendations,
Mm-hmm.
for sure, just comment or send us a
Yes.
message, and we would love to, you know,
Tackle that.
yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, so thank you, and this has been the second episode, the episode 2. So this is Joey,
And this is Ken.
and this
This
is
is me
me
and
and
my
my dad.
dad.
Thank you guys.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.